filling up my trays. I'm using my old A carton for some of my seed starts. Use what you got to get what you want, because I just do not feel like going into my garden shed right now. Seed cells that I do have. So I'm in a lazy mode because it is cold outside. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to turn on my propane because it's a little chilly. In my zone, we're fortunate not to experience extreme colds. So the extreme colds that some of you are accustomed to is a little different than what I'm accustomed to. I've lived in Germany and Europe and Colorado and things like that, so I know I've experienced it. You know, it's just in a different location now that I'm an adult. So I'm also going to use the old cake thing that we got from the church, from the food pantry. I did not poke holes in the bottom of this, okay, so I have to be very mindful of my watering, but I'm going to use this as a dome. I'm also going to use this old cake pan as another dome, okay, especially for like my tomatoes that I'm going to start next week, okay, so that's what that's for. So first I'm going to plant is some rhubarb. I don't know much about rhubarb. I'm trying to grow it this year because I want to be able to incorporate it around my trees to create a weed barrier around the outside to keep things from coming up. So I think I'm going to do it in this cell here. I think I'm just going to find it alone. It's difficult not having eyes. I mean, I got eyes, you know, but I can't see too good all the time. Children are home. And then I'm going to take a light dusting and I'm going to press them in. I don't know nothing about it. I didn't read no directions. I'm just planting them according to how I see the seed size and what I have learned through my own observations. So, rhubarb. This is also for my notes, okay? Next, I'm going to do some Michelin cabbage. Mishilhile, which is a Napa cabbage, because it's a Chinese cabbage, because I have issues with digestion of cabbage, green cabbage. So I thought I would try this cabbage because I do want to learn how to ferment. Yeah, because I want to be able to can some, ferment some, you know, eat some. So I'm just roughly scattering them, not really thinking about counting. I kind of throw a couple extras over there. Because the germination rate as well just been real sucky. Like last year, the germination rate for stuff has just been really a mess. Really has been a mess. So, cabbage. I'm going to take a light dusting. And I'm going to go over top. I'm not here for perfection. I am here for productivity. Give them a little pat. Just to make sure they make contact. Because this is temporary anyway. I'm going to up pot these. I'm going to up pot these to like cups, you know, later on. Give them another little spritz on top. Because I know I don't come out here often in the greenhouse to water, so I want to make sure the moisture is good. And because it's not hot, it'll retain this moisture pretty well. That should be good. Because remember, the greens of the cabbage, you can still eat those like your collard greens. You know, your kale. Add them into your salads and stuff like that. Okay, now we got these two that are left. These seeds are a little old, my quinoa So I'm going to plant some of these in this next row here, and they want a little bit of cold stratification, so that's why I'm planting these. This is considered a cereal in the gardening community, especially if you garden by the moon like I do. So this is a cereal that I am planting, a grain. Okay, so a cereal is just simply a grain. Buckwheat, rye, barley, amaranth is also, yeah, this is that also helped me to remember. I'm gonna put a couple seeds because I know the germination is going to be low. And even if I just get 6 to 7 plants, I'm willing to try. Then that way next year, I'll have my own seeds. So it may not be enough to store for what I want to do, but that's okay. I'm gonna throw these outside. Just trying to get them seeds to move around a little bit. And then I'm gonna dust it again with a little bit of soil. And that's it. I'm gonna throw these outside. Here in this raised bed, I'm gonna do some greens, different kinds of greens, and I'm stuff over here, maybe some brassicas and some cauliflower, and then I'll be able to use this for transplant in the greenhouse. This is my southern kale, collards, so I'm gonna sprinkle them kind of heavy on this back row. Like I said, this is mainly a documentary for me, but also to assist those in their beginnings and how to utilize what it is that you have to get what you need. I have a couple extra, so I'm kind of going to come in between here because my intention is to come and fill the soil on top, and I'm just going to throw my extra seeds down of my collards. This is what I'm planting next. I'm just going to take some spinach seeds and sprinkle them densely in this area. Cover them up. Press them in. So we have collards, kale, spinach. So next I'm going to do some lettuce. On this back. These are just to try to give me a little jump start on the season, you know. Lettuce is a cool loving crop, so I'm hoping it'll do well. I'm just gonna kind of chat them in, like so, like that. I'm gonna put some tassel, tassel. I really enjoy this in salads and things of that nature. And then back here, I want to try this pak choy. I'm not going to do as many of those. So here I have some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to plant in this cell over here. And then I have some cauliflower. I thought I was done, but I found this eggshell, another egg crate to use. So these are going to be purple and green. I'm putting more seeds because last time I planted them and I got 1 out of like 18 seeds that I planted, and I was not happy about that. So this is where I'm going to sow these seeds very dense to ensure that I get some plants, some Brussels sprouts. And if the germination turns out to be really high, being in this eggshell tray, this is where I would just up pop them to, you know, like a cup, like a foam cup or something like that. Plastic cup, whatever. This one needs a little more dirt. too much. Amazing. And I'm gonna water that in as well. And now this is the end of my day. I have gotten what I wanted to get planted, because tomorrow, in my last nice day, I'm going to utilize that to get a couple of things done that I need to get done, as far as moving raised beds, shoveling dirt and stuff out of the way. So again, thank you, and until next time, ciao.